How you doing, people? Robert here, AKA Robess Anti-Corruption Scotland. I'm going to cover a video here relating to videos that's been sent to myself recently with people relating to compulsive purchase orders that they're wanting people to get out of their homes so they can put migrants or refugees in the houses, right? Now, the important point here to remember is that, as I keep telling the people, there is two separate jurisdictions that are lawful and legal. Now, let me cover the main point. Lawful relates to man, woman. Legal relates to person, entity, corporation, fiction. That's the two different directions. Now, these people that send in the men and women letters about their properties to try and get them out, right, is unlawful. And I verify that. And will verify under a charge of perjury anywhere. And I'll take any man or woman on that works for a legal system, legal society, and I'll shoot them down in flames. Now, people, the problem we have is when these people send you notices or letters, they're not sending it to the man or woman, especially if they've got a title on it. They're sending it to the person, the fiction, the entity, the corporation. They cannot deal with a man or woman, and this is where the big deception and the illusion is of authority by these people. Council is an entity, a corporate name that has no right of mind to contract. No man or woman can make a claim on his behalf, or they will be committing fraud, perjury and treason at the highest level, and they would have to be removed from public office because they're criminals, right? No ifs or buts. Now, the man or woman can lawfully own something. If the man or woman has paid, even with fictitious money, it's in his or her name. They own it. But the problem we have is the name that it's in when it's registered is the person's name. As I tell people, the all capital name, an example, the capital name on the extract, the birth certificate, capital R for Robert, capital S for Sproul, and the rest lowercase, is Crown copyrighted also, right? And this is an important part that people have to realise. Now, a person can legally own something as well. The corporation, the entity, the fiction. The person, the legal person, has the same status as a man or woman. And that's where capitis diminutio comes in, where they diminish the capacity of the man or woman to the person, the fiction, the entity, the corporation. People don't know this because people really don't have a clue what's going on, because people are too lazy, sit back and don't pay attention when they should pay attention to people like myself and other people that's keeping them in the right direction and try to keep their rights and their property, their sons and daughters. What has to happen here is the man or woman, when you get these letters, have to find out if there's a name on the document. If there's a name on the document, what you have to do is write to that man or woman in their private capacity under full liability. Not as a person, right? As a man or woman. And when you address them in the letter, you only put your given name, your first name, right? You put their name to the left-hand side of the paper. The man known by the name of example Robert Sproul in private capacity under full personal liability and commercial liability, right? Reference to letter or notice that you've received on the date, and then you address them in the private capacity to the man or woman known by the name of whatever, right? And you tell them the grievance that you're having, right? You have to challenge the legal presumption of authority with these people, right? It's a presumption. No man or woman can claim a man or woman property. No man or woman representing an entity known as council or local authority can claim your home. That's your property, and that's the terminology that has to be used, property, right? Now, the legal owner, definitions of that can come under inhabitant, tenant, owner, right, etc., etc. That's where the person, everything relates to the person. It does not relate to the man or woman. And it's important that people start paying attention to what they've been told so they know what's going on here and they can keep in the right direction and fight for their rights, right? Now, I'm going to give you some examples of property, right? Property to man or woman excluded from all others in a legal society. Your home, your car, your blood, your skin, your toenails, your fingernails, your eyebrows, your eyes, your ears, your hair, your feces, your urine, your sperm, your DNA, your blood, your sweat, etc., etc. That is excluded from all others in the legal system, legal society. It's your property, people. Everything attached to yourself is your property, and they can't take your property without consent or a contract. No man or woman can claim a man or woman property. Or there has to be a contract in the private side with a man or woman representing the corporation, or the corporate side with a man or woman representing the corporation, right? Please, people, start researching, educate yourself, and listen to what you've been told. It's frustrating out there. You get people like Kate Hopkins shouting about the council's going to steal your home. The council is a fictitious name. It has no life. It has no right of mind to contract, right? That's how these people that represent these councils and local authorities escape liability. And that's the bit people have to understand. This has to be challenged. I have an ABC rule, people. Accept nothing from scumbags in a legal system, legal society. They're all paid liars. Believe nothing from people or scumbags in a legal system, legal society. They're all paid liars. And challenge everything. No matter how small or large, challenge it. And if they're trying to take your home down the road in England or wherever it is, it has to be challenged. You have to challenge the men and women representing the corporation. You cannot challenge a corporation or a council, people, because it doesn't have any life. People say they wrote to the council and they got a response. You're getting a response, and the reason you're getting a response is because some man or woman representing that council is responding to you direct, and you've no jurisdiction of who that is. And most times you get legal documents for these councils, local authorities, there's never a title or a name on it, right? And that's how they escape liability, because people are indoctrinated to think the council or the local authority is writing back to them when it isn't that, right? And remember, these people are working under statutes and acts and legislation. This is relevant to person. Everything in an act, statute, is relevant to person. The two other questions that has to be answered here, when they tell you under this act, you can also challenge them on the presumption of the person's status. And that means that get them to verify that you are the legal person in the act, and also get them to verify that you are a person. Nobody in the legal system, legal society can do that. Not even the legislator. That's why they use the word person, because it has a wide scope and it covers everybody, including corporations, right? And that's a fact, people. Please, people, listen and learn. Be educated. Open your mind. Open your eyes. And open your heart and have trust and faith in myself and Anti-Corruption Scotland right now in this video. We're telling you the truth, right? We don't need to lie. I don't need to do this, people. I can protect myself. I can stop doing videos. I can stop speaking on videos, and I can stop giving information. But I don't, because I'm doing this for your benefit. I'm trying to give you my knowledge for free, okay? To protect yourself, protect your family, protect your property, right? You have to challenge these scumbags direct, right? They're criminals at the highest level, people. They have no empathy for families, sons and daughters, your property, right? It's the same as car. When you register your car, your van, your camper, your home to the registers, you are giving consent. And again, when you register that, the man or woman registers that, the status is changed to person. And this is the bit you're missing. Everything relates to person. Nothing relates to man or woman. No man or woman in this system can deal with a man or woman, and that's a fact. And it could be a costly fact if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to challenge this. Well, I'm hoping that this information right now, people, is giving you an insight to what's going on. Again, I'll verify this under a charge of perjury in any court jurisdiction in the lands of Scotland, England, Ireland or Wales, Court of Session, Supreme Court or any other court. And remember, all these courts are complicit in this as well, stealing your property, right? They're all complicit in fraud. Anyway, people, please share this information far and wide. Get it out there, get people educated, get people learned, and get people to pay attention. Talk about this. Okay, people, take care, be safe, and I'll speak soon.